And we're back.
We are back, as you heard from my pal Richard.
Oh, was that where we were?
We were recording, Richard.
Heck yeah, keep it going. I got vibes right now.
My name's George Boutalis, and his name is...
Richard Liorti.
This week on the Pals Podcast, we had Eric Mathura on, the founder, inventor, entrepreneur of BoardGains, the hottest fitness board game coming to you 2020. Rick, tell him about BoardGains.
Yeah, BoardGains. It's a fitness board game you can play with your friends, or you can play just a couple people. You can do it in teams. Eric created this idea doing personal training and doing group fitness, and he recently just finalized it during COVID. So much respect for this guy for using that time to better himself and to help people change their lives and their fitness goals. So massive shout out to Eric and BoardGains. Again, this was such a good episode. And he came in with food, so we knew it was going to be a great episode right from the start. So take a listen all the way till the end as well, because there might be some free stuff coming at the end if you make it that far.
And I guess I'll do this one. What do we say, my pal?
LFG.
Let's go. Let's go. All right.
We're back in the studio.
Boys are feeling fed, feeling good.
Yeah, we are feeling fed.
You already blew the
future
mic.
guests, take notes. I guess we'll start. Eric, welcome to the Pals Podcast.
Thank you guys for having me. This is great.
And thanks for bringing food.
Yeah.
I guess we'll jump right into that. Hey,
I have to bring some food for you guys. I keep you guys fed.
I love it. Man, that's key to our hearts.
Yeah.
Well, definitely George's.
Yeah. Honestly,
And
like,
a good icebreaker.
for sure. When you brought obviously, which we'll get into everything here, but like you brought the bag. This is for you guys. I'm like, I don't get it. There's two things here. Like, what's for us?
Yeah.
And then we look in it, and then obviously brought some meal prep. Food key to my hands down, and like we're like running around like crazy,
Maybe
trying
I
to
did
get
my
everything ready.
research. Maybe I did my research.
Yeah, that's it. I like
See,
it.
Eric, hey, we appreciate you.
He's listened to a couple episodes. Eh?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Eric,
and listen, if you listen to a couple episodes, you should have brought me like chocolate cake or something. But no, honestly, thank you, appreciate it.
No worries.
Eric, so tell us about Island Fit Meals. How it
So-
started. Give us the background story.
Basically, in university or in high school, I used to work at Kelsey's as a cook, and then all my friends are cooks, so they all after high school they all went to like Toronto to be in restaurants and chefs and stuff like that, and I went to university to do undergrad in kin.
Sorry, where'd you go to school?
York.
York. Okay.
Yeah, York U. So I did an undergrad in kin, and after that I graduated, started working at the gym, and then people they see my meals, like I post on Instagram and stuff, and they just ask me if I can cook for some of them, and then it just started rolling there. And then the boss of the gym, he's like, he lives in Egypt. Every time he comes to like visit the gym for like 2-3 weeks, I would have to meal prep for him, and he just like his is customized. Like literally, all he does is buy all the shout out to Marwan.
Yo, shout out Marwan. You definitely seen a couple episodes.
sure,
Eh?
yeah.
No, we always joke when people look at the camera and point with the shout outs. I'm like, heck yeah, the boys.
Bloody guy,
Fuck,
shout
I
out
love
Marwan.
it, man.
he
I
would
love
literally
this.
buy all the groceries, and then I have to meal prep for him, and he loves the seafood.
Okay.
So literally, I'm cooking like
Cajun shrimp.
mad seafood, and his like I had to customize the macros for his meals. So his like bare squid, bare protein, bare like shrimp, and then every time he heats it up at the gym, the whole gym like smells like fish.
That's a risky move too. The fish always does that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love eating fish too, but that's when I bring if I ever have a prep meal, something I bring to work, I'm always like careful that if I'm like just like fish, whatever, that office is gonna.
Yeah, you gotta
gotta
close the
literally.
door.
Office,
Yeah, you gotta
literally.
close the door in the
Yeah,
kitchen.
yeah. So yeah.
But yo, it's his gym, whatever, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So from that, I just developed a menu. Well, I change up the menu every week, and then just made a brand for it, stickers, and then just meal prep for people on Sundays.
Nice.
Yeah, I just like a WhatsApp group, and I just send the menu in the WhatsApp group. People send me like I want 5 meals, 10 meals, and then just cook for them.
Very cool.
Oh, mind you, when you're in the fitness industry, it's kind of nice because you've got your little crew of like clients and then gym
Yeah.
members, and everybody's all together. So it's kind of like,
Exactly.
and you know what? Sunday, I don't feel like cooking. Yeah, Eric, I'm gonna take 10 of those meals this week.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 10 assorted, 5 meals or whatever. And the thing is, they like it because they have the macros.
Yeah.
So I have all the macros because like just years of doing it, I have a formula for it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty easy.
Do you like with the macros? Is it like set by size? Is it like you have like a small or a large, or is it by like if the client says or client or whoever buys them says like I want to have it within this range, or is it a standard size?
Standard size.
Standard size makes it
yeah.
easy.
So, yeah, a lot easier.
Okay.
Only Marwan gets the customized ones.
Shout out Marwan.
So today we had the Cajun penne.
Yeah, Cajun bolognese.
Cajun bolognese.
Yeah.
Honest, and I know I said this before while we were eating this. For everyone watching, that Tupperware is empty. I just devoured that thing in I think 4 minutes. Started it like right before we recorded, and it was gone.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
same
I was
here.
But
like,
I
yo.
will say, it really well done. Like when you, I'm not saying like I should. I'm not saying this to say like I was surprised opening it, but it actually like it's the same kind of like from any of the big ones. Like I've tried. I think I said this before, like Athlete's Kitchen.
Don't give them shout outs.
No, yeah. You know what? I tried these other ones. They're not as good, but it looked the same presentation, everything. But like it felt more flavorful and like a bigger portion. Like when you order from these ones, like they have different
Yeah, I know.
styles.
Yeah.
And I
And
feel
it's
like
so
I'm
small.
hungry after stuff. Like I mean, mind you, I can eat, but
I'm
I was
feeling
honestly really impressed,
Yeah.
man. I honestly
Been
think
doing
you
it
should
for
like,
years, so I've
you kind of got it down, eh?
Yeah.
Man, I feel great
Hone
right now.
my craft from
Yeah,
meal prep.
this is awesome. Again, future guests, when you come in, either pump our tires or bring us food. One of the two. That's the key to a great episode.
If you're not bringing food, we're not going to be in this good of a mood anymore because now the bar is set really high here.
Yeah, we provide candy. We give espressos.
Yeah.
We got drinks if you want. And we got whatever you need here. But
everything here in the
the
studio.
food was that was the first time a guest has brought us food. That was great.
thank
Thank you.
you.
What's your go-to? Like, what's your either favorite thing to cook or like your favorite meal that you make?
That's a go-to.
Oh,
That was one of the
baby.
go-tos.
Wow.
Yeah. Stewed chicken. So that's Trini meal. Stewed chicken. So I usually do stewed chicken and quinoa. Jerk chicken is a classic one. The jerk chicken. And then breakfast. I have a breakfast one. Is I call it the Sphinx breakfast sandwich. So it's a breakfast sandwich and it has like tahini, bacon, and it's so good.
Sphinx. That's Egyptian reference, eh?
Yeah, Egyptian reference.
How'd you come up with that recipe? Like, was it?
I was gonna ask where do you get the inspiration? So
yeah.
we're on the same page,
Sphinx
my
is
boy.
Egypt, so I know it came from there.
So
but
yeah,
it's got to be a story there.
I would say last September. So September 2019. I went to Egypt to visit my boss.
Shout out Marwan.
Yeah, one of the best trips I've ever been on. So yeah, and then like literally he has like, you wake up, chef cooks you dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything. If you want anything, you just, hey
I
chef.
love how you said dinner first there. I was like, wait a second. Wait a second. Wake up, chef cooks you dinner. Like,
That's typically like after a night out that I go out, I wake up and it's breakfast for dinner.
yeah, but
Yeah, and they literally like you wake up and then like the whole table is just full of lots of food.
Yeah.
All types of food. And then the most thing I liked the most was like tahini. So I was just kept eating the tahini and I was like, yo, by the end of Egypt, I gained like 10 pounds. I went from 155 and I was 165. And yeah, I was 165 for a while. I couldn't like drop it.
I feel that now. I hit 30. The pounds aren't coming off as easy as they used to.
Yeah,
That's
I
for
was
sure.
like, oh, what's happening?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just, loving the food.
And that's where the inspiration came from. Like kind of like you figure you want to do something with breakfast, and then you figure just put the Egyptian twist on it.
Yeah, put the tahini. And the tahini goes on anything. It's so good.
What? How long were you in Egypt for?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2.5 weeks, basically.
Shit,
yeah.
you gained 10 pounds in 2.5 weeks. My
Yeah,
boy
we
was
were-
eating here.
I was eating,
Damn,
drinking.
we got eating a
yeah,
lot. 10 pounds, 2 weeks.
Yeah, you have
Hey,
a
fuck.
chef bring you everything. And then we're on we went to like the Red Sea on a yacht. We were on the yacht for like 3 or 4 days. Just sleep on the yacht and then we just cook.
Damn, man,
The
I'm coming to
chef-
Egypt too next time. Damn, I'm on this trip.
Yeah. Chef would cook you breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Where would you stay in Cairo or whereabouts?
Yeah, we stayed around Cairo. I forget the names of the places, but yeah, basically Cairo.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
See the pyramids?
Everything.
Yeah.
We saw basically everything. Every day you wake up, breakfast, 12 o'clock, tour guide comes, takes us, we come back, and then we have drinks and whatever, have the nighttime event or go to a bar or restaurant or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, every day was a different excursion.
That's sick.
Like
What
all
was-
set up is like, yeah, it's crazy.
do you have like the same driver every day? Or was it like?
Yeah, we have the same driver. Yeah, we have our own driver. Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty-
Marwan, I'm coming to Egypt, brother.
Yeah, man, for sure.
I've been to Egypt, but I did like a short layover in Cairo. I had
Yeah.
like just a really short window. Actually, yeah.
I was gonna say, you got any pictures
no,
up
I
there?
don't.
None.
I took these when I was traveling, but
Yeah.
like I landed in Cairo, had a short layover, and like I went. I'm like, can I see the pyramids? Like, yeah, you might have time. It's like 3 hours away. You got like
Yeah.
6 hours, so I managed to like rush over there. They gave me a driver. Shout out Mahmoud. He's definitely listening. Right, the roads in Egypt are
Is
crazy.
he actually?
No, for sure he's not listening, dude. But Mahmoud with his Hyundai Santa Fe got me down to the pyramids and back.
They're
best
wild,
driver.
right? Those drivers,
Dude, I've
You
used
have
like the roads there. Like, I'm sure I'm not telling you this, but like, I've seen some crazy driving around the world. Like in Asia, it's pretty nuts. Like Vietnam is like it's like there's no rules. But Egypt, the craziest thing about it was like during rush hour, and the road is maybe like 3 lanes and a pretty wide sidewalk, like a sidewalk you would see on like Young or Bay, like a wide one. So there should be 3 cars and maybe some people walk on the sidewalk. Nope. 6 cars across. Like, I swear to God. I was like vlogging it. So I would lean out the window and at one point I would turn because I would be scared someone's going to just like swoop it. It's like, you're almost rubbing mirrors. And I've never seen it before. Like, just 3-lane road became a 6-lane road during rush hour. And I was like, Mahmoud, is this normal? It's like every day.
people sitting on the cars. You have a moped. 6 people on the moped.
Oh, yeah.
It's literally like those Instagram memes, eh? Like,
Oh, it's crazy.
I love
Yeah,
that.
it's
You know what's
pretty
funny?
wild.
I got a good feeling that we're gonna rank high on the podcast charts in Egypt on this episode.
You think so?
Well, man, we ranked 62 in
Marwan's
Lebanon.
gonna share it. Mahmoud's gonna share it.
We had one of our buddies, Jose Peranian. Shout out to Jose.
Oh, Jose.
And he's Lebanese, and he came on the podcast, and like we do some some promotion for it, but we ranked 62 in Lebanon.
That's pretty good.
62nd best podcast in Lebanon
Yeah.
for that episode.
Pretty big, man.
No big. So hey, Egypt, we're coming for you. We're coming for you. But
Well,
Eric,
No, go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna rewind a bit. So
I was going to ask the last thing. What was your favorite part about Egypt besides the eating and the tahini? Like favorite thing you saw or most memorable thing you saw?
Probably Red Sea. We were on the Red Sea for like 3 days, and the yacht takes us to the sea, and then we just swim.
anything with a yacht,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
no-
So basically being on the yacht.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's a huge yacht, and it was pretty sick.
That's
Even
dope.
the pyramids, seeing the pyramids and the Sphinx up close, is pretty cool too.
Yeah.
But don't they say that the pyramids, like you look at it from one way, it's all desert behind. If you look at it from the other side, it's just like a city. Like within a kilometer, it's just
Kilometer, like next to it. Like
Yeah,
from
it's
like I
literally-
could throw a rock and you hit both.
really.
It's weird.
It's that close.
You can
It's
probably
pretty
experience it
close,
when
yeah.
you're driving up from like downtown Cairo into it. Like picture driving to Toronto right now and seeing a pyramid out in the middle. Like
Yeah.
thing. It's
That's what
weird.
it's like.
Even on the
eh?
highways, it's like you can see the pyramids.
Yeah.
Even riding camel is pretty cool. Riding the camel to the pyramids.
Oh, you take it around like around the Sphinx and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Did you notice that the Sphinx is a lot smaller when you're there than it is
Yeah,
like in
it's
pictures?
smaller. It's because it's breaking down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's breaking down. That's why.
Yeah, in pictures it seems like it's like the size of like the pyramids. It's like
It's half of
like
it, yeah,
it's
it's-
tiny. It's really small. It's weird.
It's like a cat.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Well, I know what it looks like. I just didn't know it
but
was
it's like
tiny.
it's like picture like a cat standing next to a house.
So okay, give me in terms of like stories. The pyramids are what? 30
Okay,
stories,
if I
40
took a house
stories?
cat and I put a house cat at the base of your house, that's what it looks like in relation.
Really? How
Yeah,
big are the
small.
pyramids then?
Oh, I don't know.
Like just ballpark stories. Like is it like 30 stories, 50 stories?
I honestly don't even know.
Probably, I would say.
Vishal, I know you'll Google this and correct us, buddy. We'll wait for you to
My
do
boy
that.
Dr.
I
V.
don't know. Probably 30, 25 stories.
so it's kinda-
Something like that, probably. It seems about
20
right.
stories, 20 stories, 25.
I trust that.
Yeah. That sounds
Listen, I trust anybody who brings me food, so I'll take your word for it. Yeah, you're in a good rapport here, but I know you wanted to.
Yeah, I
jump
want
back
to
at some point
rewind
here.
a little
Yeah.
bit. So you're cooking these healthy meals. Have you always been into health and fitness?
Food, yes. Health and fitness, I grew into it after doing like 4 years at university, learning about health and fitness.
Learn about the human body.
Yeah, learning. But I couldn't like graduate and not be into health and fitness and not be like working out and stuff. So I just developed it naturally, like over the years at university.
Were you doing a lot of weight training, group classes, running?
After university. So during university, it was just mostly studying and stuff. But after university, when I started working at the gym as a personal trainer,
What gym again?
Habitual Fitness.
Habitual Fitness,
So I
okay.
started working there, Habitual Fitness Mississauga,
Shout out Habitual Fitness, Saga baby.
Saga City.
Saga
I'm
rep
trying
these
to
two.
do some like science here. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was doing there.
Yeah, so
Trying to
after
be
I started
cool.
working at Habitual Fitness, that's when I just developed my working out habits and healthy habits. But eating wise, I was always eating healthy, but not working out. But after working at the gym and stuff, that's when I started working out more and often.
Okay.
Did you know you wanted to go into like studying kinesiology? Did you know that you wanted to go into personal training? Did you have like any idea like I want to go into like physiotherapy or
I had
acupuncture
no
or anything
clue.
like that?
I
or-
had no clue. After I graduated, I was like, what do I do now? I just took a class. I had a personal training license from the class, and then okay, let me just apply to Habitual Fitness. And the only reason I applied to Habitual Fitness is because I saw Drake was there.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, Drake, because Metalworks is right next to it. So Drake, during his Take Care album, he was recording at the Metalworks, and then he had a trainer, Johnny Rocks, he was working at Habitual Fitness at the time, and then he would just train there. So like, it started popping off habitual fitness. Like everyone was going to the gym.
Okay.
Because he posted us. Drake posted habitual fitness, and then like the Instagram
Yeah, as
blew
soon as Drake
up.
posts something, it's boom,
And
instant.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna work there. It's next time. It's close to my house. Drake's go there. Hopefully, I get to meet Drake, but I didn't get to meet Drake. But when I do, I can tell him the story.
Shout out Drake. He's listening. Hey, Drake, you hear this?
For sure.
Coming for you, Drake.
He's our next guest.
You know, I'm coming for the OVO crew. We're gonna play board games.
That's it. So, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So then, yeah. So yeah, just after I just applied there, got the job, and then just from there.
Been there since.
Yeah.
How long you been there now for?
7 years.
Okay.
7 years. But my role just grew as the years progressed. So I'm a personal trainer into marketing and events manager, and now I run like all the digital operation, anything digital. That's me.
Okay.
Like all the software and stuff.
And you still do the personal training stuff as well? Or?
Yeah, on the
Okay.
side. So I do it like part time.
Okay.
So it's more like management and a bit of training and classes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how you found that your time, like from starting as a trainer to the point you are now, like has your vision of like how you should be training people, how to go personal training evolved?
Lots.
Like was it?
Yeah, lots. Like when I first started training, I'm a personal trainer, and I don't even know how to work out properly. So like, yeah. So I have a license, and I'm just applying. I'm a personal trainer.
I gotta stop you.
Yeah.
You were a personal trainer at the beginning and didn't know how to train people.
Yeah, basically, because when you start a new job and you're just like,
Fake it till you make it.
yeah, fake it till you make it.
Just like us.
Well, that was no. Sorry to cut you off. I remember we had Kelsey on. Kelsey's talking about she's a personal trainer. And
Shout
stuff.
out Kelsey.
Shout out Kelsey. So she's telling a story about how she got her first client, and she basically created this like super hard workout for this lady who couldn't even do it. And she thought she was like the best. She basically sold this lady how she was the best personal trainer, and she had 0 clients at the time.
Yeah.
And they created this like crazy hard workout
Yeah.
that this lady couldn't even do. She's like, okay, I got you.
Yeah. So as the years progress, now like I got way better. Like after like more learning, like at the gym we do like T&Ds, like trainer development. So like it just from back then to now, big difference.
Night
like,
and day.
Night and day.
So wait, how'd you get the job then if you weren't a good trainer?
Yeah, Marwan, who you hiring over there?
Good people person. Eh?
Honestly, Marwan,
hey, this is how he got the job.
you brought Marwan and
brought him food. He brought him food. Eh? That was the key.
Yeah.
Bro,
I got
anyone
the
who get
job.
hired or anyone who get hired on the Palace podcast, hey, can you have a job at the Palace podcast? I got some pizza. You're hired.
You're hired.
Got you. You guys are hired.
Sorry.
You're hired.
continue.
You're hired.
Oprah. You get a card. You get a car.
Yeah, so how did you
So-
get in like
Referral. So I knew somebody.
Drake.
Yeah, no, I wish I did. Yeah. I knew one of the managers there, just by chance. Just by chance, my friend knew it was his brother, and then that's how I got the interview. And he started me off as like a first-year junior trainer. But Adam is like the fitness director. So he's the one that taught me everything, night and day. Like, I wouldn't know as much as I know now if it wasn't for Adam.
Shout out.
Shout out Adam Tribulsi. So I got the job because I was going to school again. So for George Brown, post-grad, for sport and event marketing.
I did the exact same program. What
Yeah.
year?
you guys are the same age.
2013, 2014.
I did mine 2012, 2013.
Oh.
Yeah, so I did an extra year.
Are you a 90?
Yeah, I'm 90. I did an extra year in high school.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I love how you go, you're the same age. We're all the same age.
True.
Yeah, it's
Whoops.
crazy. I did. Remember, what's his name? Pete?
Pete, yeah.
Pistol Pete?
Yeah, Pistol Pete. Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Stinky Pete.
I learned so much from that program. I learned a lot from that program. Yeah.
Ah, great. Honestly, I remember one of the first things they taught us was the SWOT analysis.
Yeah.
And then, like, I did
weaknesses, whatever.
Yeah.
strength, weaknesses,
Opportunities.
opportunities, threats. Yeah, that's it. So I remember I did my internship at SDI Marketing.
Okay, that's
and I
nice.
worked on the Gatorade account. And the first day of my internship, we did a SWOT analysis. I was like, man, that's great because everything I've learned in university, I feel like I didn't touch at all.
Exactly.
Like I feel like I still
what I'm
don't.
saying, yeah.
Karl
Yeah.
Marx still couldn't tell you what Marxism is.
Trust
Still, and he was the dude of my program.
I actually am
Yeah,
reading
yeah.
a book right now that kind of.
Oh man,
we're not
I
getting
didn't
into
like
that.
it. Yeah, we're not getting into that. Get back,
Right,
back to you.
Rick's gonna
Carry the one.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, no, yeah. Back to another thing. University taught me a lot of science, but not practical skills
Okay.
for like training and stuff. So
Yeah,
I know everything about the enzyme reactions and mitochondria and all that, but the practical skills from like squatting and all that, I didn't know much until I started working at the gym, training clients, working out. That's when I learned more. And then George Brown, I learned a lot of business practical skills.
Okay.
So sponsorships, events, all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's what I learned. Yeah.
What'd you do for your final event?
I did a board game event.
up? Chill, you blow the speakers.
That was a
Rick.
great. That's a great segue. But
Yeah,
we'll
I saw
hold
his
on.
eyes light up. I thought, for a second there, I thought you were gonna say something completely random. That's like something you were like, "Oh, this is gonna be awkward," but then it segued pretty perfectly. So,
Well, yeah, perfect.
speaking of board games,
Tell us about that fun-
Was it related to BoardGains or is it?
No, that's just.
So, like, before we jump to BoardGains, tell us about the event that you did
So
first.
it was just like a board game night. So it was called Are You Game. So we had like 4 different like a whole bunch of board games. We had like I think we had like a Nintendo 64, Nintendo Cube or something, and some Nintendo,
Yeah, one of those Nintendo
with like
ones.
with Smash Bros and
Yeah,
stuff
Super
because everyone
Smash
loves
Bros.
Smash Bros.
I was always
with
Pikachu
Karaoke. There
or
was
Kirby.
karaoke too. Karaoke, Smash Bros, Jenga,
That's
the
my
big
jam.
Jenga.
Man. This is my party here. I should have went to this.
Yeah, we had a whole bunch of fitness board games, not fitness games, board games, and then drinks, food, and yeah, it was a blast.
yeah. And
Prizes, lots of prizes for everybody who had the
Okay.
raffle and stuff.
Yeah.
And that, so then now obviously this is a good segue. Did that transition to giving you the idea that we have in front of us here for board games? Like,
that's basically what happened.
yeah.
Are you a board games guy? Like, would you describe yourself like on Friday night, Saturday night? You're like, hey, boys, girls, let's get together. It's Monopoly
No, I'm
time.
a casual board games guy.
Okay.
Casual,
That
like
makes
every
sense.
now and then, like, because I have a friend. He created an shout out to Mike.
Mike
Mike.
White. That's kind of
Mike
Mike Ross
Mike
from
Russo,
Suits.
Mike Russo.
Mike Russo.
How do I know that name, Mike Russo?
Yeah, he created a game as a card game, Ox God. So it's like a
Ox God?
Ox God. It's
OX God?
AUX God.
Oh, Ox, like auxiliary
Auxiliary,
Ox.
yeah, it's a music
Like that
battle
fire
card game.
ox.
Okay.
It's a music battle card game. So you get a card and it'd be like, oh, play your best R&B song, and then you have teams and they play the best R&B song. and then,
Pony
like,
by Genuine.
yeah, exactly. And then you have judges and they vote who had the best song. And then yeah,
It's
it's
a pretty good game, actually. That was,
yeah, it was pretty
yeah,
good.
I would kill that game. I don't know if you know this. Used to be a DJ, but also now I'm a Spotify connoisseur.
Okay,
I got a sick playlist. You gotta check it out.
I'll check it out. Yeah,
It's called 2020, all capitals written out. Everybody out there listening, I have my 15 followers. Mike Dirkley, the OG #1. Anyways, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but yeah, I'll send it to you. It's sick. I would win that Ox game 100%.
Yeah, no, that's good. It's good. It's good.
You just brushed you off. Yeah,
Sorry.
for sure. That was good.
back that time with
I
the
love
board
DJs. I
games.
do like have so many DJ friends because I run events at the gym. So like
Yeah.
nighttime events, like parties and stuff. Yeah. So
Man, I love charity fitness events, or like nighttime like fitness related events.
yeah,
I love that
these
stuff.
are not charity fitness events at nighttime. They're like a party.
Oh, I
like
like
a
those
party.
I like those ones too. So it's good.
Yeah, it's the
No, it's
after
game for
party.
any
Like
party.
during the day, we would have like the fitness events and all that, and then after party is like DJ drinks.
Yeah.
Turn it up a little bit.
Turn
Well,
up,
yeah.
turn
So
up, turn up ting.
tell us about how board games started.
So board games started. So I graduated George Brown, and then from that I became the event and marketing manager at the gym, Habitual Fitness, and then so one of my first couple events I did a board games boot camp. So it was a board game boot camp, and I had 4 different board games, twists with a fitness twist. So I had fitness Jenga, fitness Monopoly, fitness roulette, and fitness blackjack, and then we had a whole bunch of members come to the event. I had all my trainers at each station running the board games, and then the event went well. So everyone loved the event.
You
And
fed them, you said?
Yeah, we
Some Island Fit meals?
no, I didn't feed that. No, I had smoothies.
Oh, smoothies,
That's
okay.
the beginning, That's when I started.
That was
I-
before,
Yeah,
before you had
okay.
the WhatsApp group.
Yeah. I started like the smoothies and stuff with my friend David. So yeah. So
Oh, shout out for David?
Shout out David.
I was going to say, my God.
David, no
How
shout
you going to
out.
do your boy like
Just
that?
did David dirty.
Okay, we do our boy Dave dirty all the time.
yeah.
Shout out, DB.
There's always that one guy in the group.
That's a fact if I've ever heard
I
one.
feel like Eric's part of the group now, eh? Eric's going to get invited to Size soon, man.
So yeah, event went well, and then I had this whiteboard with the Fitness Monopoly. That was the original version of board games, Fitness Monopoly. So I would take it out and use it for my classes, my bootcamp classes, every now and then as like just a special event, just to like switch it up on them, to make it change, make it different, fun for them. And anyway, people enjoyed it, they loved it. So what I did next was, everyone loved it. I got one of my interns to make that whiteboard into like a poster. And I printed the poster at Vistaprint, and now I had this poster, and I changed the name from Fitness Monopoly to Fitopoly. So the name is Fitopoly. I did an event September 2018, I had my boy Chef Kevin Diaz.
Chef Kevin Diaz.
Shout out to this episode.
I love it, man. I love it.
Let's go.
Oh, look at the camera every time. If you're listening, you got to go on YouTube, check it out as well. Check out the finger points.
Yeah, so he gave a prize for the event. So the main prize was he would come to your house and cook you a 3-course meal. That was the prize.
That's legit.
Yeah,
Bro, you know how hard I would try to win that game?
yeah.
I would win. I would do whatever it takes to win that.
Ladies, I'm not kidding. The key to George's heart is food.
Cook me a meal. Pooh.
You need to cook it. Just buy it. Just bring him food.
Home cooks better.
You just call me up. I'll make him food for you guys.
That's it, eh?
That's a trick.
Honestly, I'm gonna start subscribing. These meals are great.
Yeah, so the event, so I had the Fatopoli event. It went well. After the event, I was just kicking it with everybody. I had food for them and drinks. And then they all just came up to me and they're like, Eric, where'd you buy this game? I want to get it. I was like, I didn't buy this game. I just made it. And they're like, Eric, you got to make this into an actual fucking board game. So, sorry for swearing.
No, it's
Oh,
okay.
no, you're allowed to
Swear
swear.
a lot. I love the passion. I had the fun.
That's why people think they're not allowed to swear on the podcast.
Yeah, because you're always like effing this.
because I'm trying not to swear.
Oh, just swear, okay? It's weirder that you try not to swear. Sorry.
Yeah,
Eric,
so
continue your story.
they told me make it into an actual board game. So I did. So from that September 2018, I did more research. I got into contact with a lawyer from York, and they basically told me like scrap the Fatopoli name because you might get in trouble with the opoly from Monopoly. So the next name, I did like a Instagram poll, and his next name was like Pump It Out. So that's part of my branding, Pump It Out. So I had this new name, Pump It Out. I found a manufacturer in China, and I got it made into an actual board game, and I got it July 2019, so last summer. And then I have this like board game now. I was like, oh shit, this is getting real now. You know, I have a board game now. It's crazy.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Yeah, I was like, okay, this is.
You can hold it.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I'm holding.
I
this
made
board.
this.
Yeah, exactly. So then summer 2019 till probably that whole summer, I was just playtesting with my boot campers, playtesting. Yeah, that's one of my the board game. Another Mike Russo, he's the one who told me like, Eric, you just playtest. You gotta playtest to perfect your game. So that's what I did. Like playtest all that summer. Developed the rules, more gameplay, so I can do solo teams, multiplayer. Just hone down on the game, made it perfect, and then we had a high school intern. He was just playing the game as part of the classes, and then he took a Snapchat and he was like, BoardGains, and then I was like, that's the name right there. As soon as he said
That's
BoardGains,
it. Light bulb.
I was like, yo, boom, that's the name right there. So then, yeah.
Shout out to that guy.
Yeah, forget your name, but
But if you're listening, you can take a cut. Basically entitled to it. No, I'm kidding.
so yeah, so I got the name BoardGains. Got it lawyer research.
Tilt out. There we go.
Yeah. So I did more research. Got it like the trademark and all that. And then when COVID hit, gym was closed, so I had a lot more time to finish off my board game, and that's what I did. Finished off the board game, got it printed. I got like 3 copies made because they cost a lot to get the demo, just to get like one. And then yeah, so I got the game July 2020. Got the game in July, and I've been playtesting all throughout summer, and now I'm gearing up for my Kickstarter release in October 20th.
Wow.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have like a bunch of questions before we go to the Kickstarter too. I want to like, so when you're like doing the playtesting stuff and you're figuring this out, the first demo you get in your hands, it was just the board, like didn't have the rules, didn't have.
Yeah, it had rules, but they were
Okay.
just the rules got developed even further.
Okay.
They got more defined.
Okay.
Before they're like general rules, but they just got defined even more and more and more. So it's
Okay.
like just to make it perfect.
And then okay, so you know what? Let's do this too, so the camera can see. Like, so I'm gonna open this up here.
Yeah, go
Let
for
me
it.
Get the mic in front of me. So like, you want to explain like what everything in here is, so we kind of like later. Rick.
Yeah.
I was like, here.
I'll do
Okay.
it.
So put it over here so we can open it up. So is this the exact this? I think people can see it on the camera here. And for those on Spotify or Apple, get on YouTube and check it out. So is this the original, like the original version you got? Like, did it look when you got it in July 2019 or 20?
No, it's different. It's a lot different.
So
It was
what
more-
did you change about it? Like when you came?
The name was
name was-
changed.
right,
Name was
Pump It
changed,
Out.
and the graphic on it.
Okay.
So before it was just like a basic. It was the basic, just the name and that's it, and like some
Yeah.
like green swivels everywhere, and that's about it.
Okay.
But now I got it. I got the box to showcase that you can play this game anywhere. You can play it at the beach. You can play it at the gym. You can play it at home. You can even play it at the park outside. So that's why
really
the box
cool,
shows.
Yeah,
showcases
it's
that.
a very like friendly box. Like
Yeah.
you see this on the shelves at Walmart. You'd pick it up.
Yeah.
Like, what's this?
Yeah.
Exactly. They see
So
like
it's really
BoardGains. What is BoardGains? And then
Yeah.
they look at it and they're like, oh, it's a workout board game?
Yeah.
I never heard of that before.
So you open it up. We've got the rules.
Yeah.
Play anywhere. BoardGains.com. BoardGains.fit. Body weight edition. So then you open it up. You've got.
And I want to ask you, why did you have bodyweight edition? Is that because you intend to have different versions? Is it just because you want to like?
Yeah,
make it
for
clear that
different
anybody can
versions.
play
The
it?
original, like the Fatopoli one, my poster one. So that was more for the gym. So all the exercises on there were like gym related. So I had like kettlebell swings, box jumps, tire flips, because those were all like, equipment I had around the gym.
Yeah.
So I changed it to bodyweight because I want to be able to take this game anywhere. So you can literally play the game anywhere because it's all bodyweight exercises and it's all stationary. So you don't have to move. It's just all like one spot.
Oh, it's actually
Pretty crazy, right?
That's actually pretty sick.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's actually this is my first time.
Yeah.
First time I've unboxed it. That's actually really cool.
So run us through it. How does a normal person play? Let's say you've got a group of 4.
Okay, so
what we should do? Should we put it on here facing now?
Yeah, do it. So tell us how to play.
Move your cup, right?
okay, the first step is you choose your match type. So you can go multiplayer is the most common way to play. So you can do for 4 people. You can do either multiplayer or teams of 2. So I would just do multiplayer. Next step is to choose either points or time. So there's 2 different ways to play the game: points or time. So points, sand timer. I'll tell you more about that after. So you can play points or time. So points is basically you set a goal. So say 3 points or gains. Points means gains in this game.
Okay.
So you get 3 gains, and to collect a gain, you have to do a lap around the board.
Okay.
Yeah. Or you can do time. So time is like, say you have you want to play the game for 10 minutes. It's whoever has the most gains in 10 minutes. And to play the game, basically you roll the dice, you move the game piece, and wherever you land, you complete the exercise, and then you come back to the board and roll again. And to collect a point or a gain, you have to complete 1 revolution around the board.
Wow. Okay.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah. So then there's also like these penalty squares on the side. So all those black ones, some of them are penalty ones. So like you see this one right here, 1 minute plank. Just stay close to the mic.
I gotcha.
So the 1 minute plank, that's where you take the sand timer, you do the plank, and you flip it, and you wait for the sand timer to finish.
Oh, so it's a penalty.
Yeah, it's a penalty.
And then lucky, I'm assuming
Lucky.
there's these cards.
There's some game cards. So lucky question mark. You can either be lucky or you can be unlucky. It depends on the card you pick out.
Oh, should we do it right now? Me
I was
versus
gonna
you?
say, skip a circuit challenge.
So you can save that, and then anytime you land on the circuit challenge on the sides of the board, you can skip it anytime you want.
Where's the sir? Oh, the
side.
sir.
On the sides.
Sand push-ups,
Yeah.
20,
Yeah, I got
20 buck. Oh man. I
So
would not.
go to 1 minute plank in reverse direction.
So if you pick it up, you have to go bring it all the way
Back to
here.
the 1 minute plank.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
30 squat jumps. Oh, circuit challenge.
Yeah.
10 air squats, 20 bicycle abs, 30 seal jacks. Go back to the start in reverse direction. That's an L.
Yeah.
So the starts where bottom
Bottom right. Gain start here. Where it says gain start here.
Okay.
the bicep?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bicep.
Plank
Choose one player to
press,
do a 1 minute plank. I like these.
glute bridge. Whew, that's a killer.
Yeah, there's
Roll again
also
in reverse direction.
the smaller booklet. Right there, that smaller one.
Honestly, this is really cool. Like
That's
like,
the
you can
exercise
see
guide.
The appeal of this because
So
like,
if someone doesn't know any exercises, they would just go to the exercise guide. So what I do is I tell everybody, I go through the board.
Dead bug's my favorite ab workout.
Yeah.
Fun fact. So I don't have abs, but it's actually really good. Me and Mikey D always do those we have those in every morning.
So if anyone doesn't know any exercises, they go through the exercise guide before
That's
they start the
really
game,
cool.
and then learn the exercises and how to do it.
You really thought like all the steps.
Play testing. Yeah, it's
That was
Honestly-
your boy Mike Russo.
Mike Russo. Yeah.
Shout out Mike Russo.
No,
You know
but
what's
I
really-
love this, man.
yeah,
This is awesome.
you know
Because
what-
it's family friendly too. Like
Exactly.
anybody can play this.
That's-
It's not like it's not like it's okay. Do 10 chin ups. Is chin ups a thing?
No,
How you do
this is-
chin-ups?
No, that's what I mean,
Exactly.
right? It's not like you're doing things where one that some people might not be able to do.
How many can you do?
Chin ups.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. Wide grip, close grip.
What's the easy close grip?
I can probably bang out 25.
How many can you do?
I don't know, 30 maybe.
A close grip?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably 25 to 30.
I did them this
probably.
morning. You don't know how many I can do?
10.
7.
Oh, God.
No, I think I did 10. The
You're
first
carrying a
time.
couple extra pounds on you, my boy.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry. Continue your point. I cut you off there. We'll talk
I don't even
about
know
it.
what you cut me off.
Anyways,
with that.
one thing I wanted to say. Sorry, Ricky. That's my bad. One thing I wanted to say that's really interesting is like, especially having this right now during like being the lockdown and COVID, there's two things I think that add to the appeal of this. Number one is like, a lot of people are moving to the online workouts, and online is blown up. Like
it's crazy.
We had our buddy
everywhere.
Jesse on here, and like he's saying,
Shout out Jesse.
Shout out Jesse.
Killer.
Shout out Jesse. Shout out Liv. Shout out Kelsey. All the people we had on here. Becca. Sorry, I'm trying to remember everybody now. That are all
Sam Clark.
Yeah, that are all Sam. Yeah,
We had a lot of fitness related people on
that
this
are all
podcast.
doing the stuff online. Like they've been saying that it's been taking off, which is amazing. It's good, but this is really different because you're also noticing a lot of people working out in groups outside or like in studios together in small groups. I think this is really cool because it adds a different dynamic. Like, no, like the online was new once it came out at the beginning, and the group stuff outside. But like, I've never personally, I don't know the space as well as you do, but I've never seen a board game that adds this element to it, and like it makes it challenging, gamifies it, which also makes it feel less like a workout.
Exactly.
So it's really, I think it's really interesting, and really cool. Like it's
and the best thing about the game is anyone can play the game. You don't have to be the most fit to win because it's a game of chance. Because you're rolling the dice, you might land on exercises you don't like. You might land on a game card that sends you back. So anyone has a chance to win the game, which is the best part about the game.
And then the thing is here. So obviously the numbers, like these denote how many reps
Exactly.
of each. How did you determine what gets a 10, what gets a 20, what gets a 30, what gets a 40? Is it that's severity? Is it random? Is it the severity?
I've been a trainer for like 7 years. So like I know which ones are easier ones. So like some of the easier ones, I put higher reps. So like seal jacks, 40 seal jacks. Anyone could do,
yeah.
Seal jacks, jumping jacks is 40. The hardest one on the board is the 20 burpees. That'll probably take someone like 2 to 3 minutes to complete sometimes, or a fit person probably bang it out in a minute.
I could do that.
That's why the harder ones, some of the harder ones are near the end. But yeah, I just mixed it up.
Fun fact or fun story. During COVID, so I was
I've been teaching boot camps for a while, so I know like the rep ranges for the exercises. So
they don't die.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But during COVID, I was doing 100 push-ups a day. Every day I was doing 100 push-ups. Yeah. Like not all in a row. I was usually doing 5 sets of 20. Yeah, 5 sets of 20. But then, or 2 sets of 50. Those were tough though. And then I started doing burpees. I don't even know how it started. I think a buddy of mine, Jordan Adesi, actually. Shout out Jordan Adesi. He's friends with GB2 actually. So he's the one. I think one day he was like, "Oh, let's just change these push-ups to burpees, like burpees with the push-up."
Oh God.
So I'm like, okay, like whatever. I could probably do 100. Probably take about three minutes, give or take. You do
100 burpees.
30. You probably do them it takes 2 seconds, 3 seconds to do a burpee. Yeah, I can. Let's say 3-4 minutes. It takes like 10 minutes. Yeah. It's like to do 100 burpees is legit 10 minutes.
Long time.
Yeah.
You don't realize how freaking hard they are.
Yeah, they are pretty hard.
And then at the end, you're not even like kicking your feet back. You're barely and like to jump them back is like holy crap.
Yeah.
You're not like after you hit 50, you're not even jumping anymore. You're just kind of like
doing a little like
so I know those ones.
You've seen your clients do those, eh?
Yes. Like some of them the game like sometimes it's like just
by the end you're just kind of like out of it. Yeah. There's on that note of like the 100 burpees, there was this I don't know if you guys did this, but during COVID that was going around like there was this
during COVID. That's a period of time now.
COVID.
It's like remember those the 90s? Yeah, you remember the COVID?
Yeah, the COVID years. Those are wild years. But there was a game where you take a deck of cards.
Yeah.
And hearts is I'm gonna forget this now, but it's like hearts is crunches.
Oh, yeah.
Clubs is squats. Diamonds is push-ups. And spades is burpees. And you shuffle the deck and you flip them all 52 and you do them all and you time yourself. And my cousins aren't listening to this, but 2 of my cousins, shout out to Chris and
your cousins don't even listen to podcasts.
And George Saitis. Maybe they do. Chris and George. Crazy, my two like the most common names in my family, but they did it and they're older than me. They're like, "Oh, you can't do this, you can't do this." I literally did this on the floor right here and did it in like 13 minutes or 16 minutes.
That's pretty good.
Honestly, I was by the end of it, I thought I was gonna vomit. I was gonna die. But this kind of just reminded me of something too. To the point was like, because you could do that and like you time it, send a video, and challenge people, right? I just thought about this, and I don't know if it's something obviously like I'm saying something obvious, but what's really cool about this? No, I actually have a point here. Is that if you like, if someone has like, let's say I have this and Ricky has this, and let's say you were in full lockdown mode, you can't see people. You can theoretically, you can play it over like Zoom or Skype.
I've done Zoom sessions.
Yeah,
I do Zoom sessions sometimes. But basically on the Zoom sessions, I'm the host, so I'm the one moving all the game pieces for them and telling them the exercises.
It's like a game show.
Yeah. Literally. Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool, and that's what I like. Yeah, that's what makes it interesting too, because even again, you can actually take this like Like people, like I said, doing online workouts, doing the park workouts, doing little small group classes. You can literally do this and incorporate into all those platforms to add to make it like a game, make it a little more enjoyable, right?
Yeah. I've been basically playtesting with people like all over like Ontario and stuff. It's pretty cool. So like I'm playing in the game, like little kids, like 14, 17 playing the game. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's gotta be a good feeling.
Yeah. And then like, you have like your fit friends. So like they're, gym people that, they have their own squad, their fit squads. And they go to they go to the park and work out. So play it with them. They like those groups of people love it.
Yeah.
All types
It's
of
kind of
groups.
good for every demographic and every different type of skill level.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
play with teachers. Teachers love it because they can see themselves using it for gym class and stuff. So yeah,
Makes it a little bit easier for
Yeah.
them too, right? As a teacher, it's like, hey guys, you know what? We got 4 games. Everyone's split up into teams of whatever. Let's play.
yeah. And with the teams, you can. I did It was a shout out to East Run Crew. It's in Toronto. They do like free classes every Monday. So I basically hosted board games for their crew, and we did teams. So they did two teams of 10. And then it went well. Everyone loved it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what else this reminds me of? You watch The Office?
Yeah, I used to.
You know the episode where they have the chore wheel, but they don't like the chore wheel, so they make the small, tiny chore wheel. Like I honestly believe this. Whenever you can turn something into a game, it makes it way more enjoyable.
100%.
Like it just kind of like, I mean, I don't think it's not like you're gonna fool someone into working out, but
Yeah.
it's like if I can do something and you also add a competition factor to it, especially like
and when you're with your friends,
Exactly.
yeah.
That's how the game got created. Because like I just wanted to make more make fitness fun for my boot campers, just to change it up. Because sometimes I do like Survivor style boot camps where like I like watching Survivor, so I incorporate Survivor themes into the board, into like the workouts, and then
Very
just
cool,
kept
man.
trying to make it fun.
that's how
fun.
the best products come. It's not from people that just want to make money, get rich quick. It's from people that see a problem, they want to solve a problem, they want to make something enjoyable that doesn't exist.
And this is organic. It wasn't like I was like, okay, let me make some money, let me make a board game. This was just like I want to do something fun for my classes, and they're like, Eric, make this an actual board game. So I just developed organic.
Do you know what? One thing you said too that I really loved is that when COVID started, this was like, I need to finish this board game.
Yeah.
Because, and I hate talking.
Hit him with it, Rick. Tell him your theory. Tell him your theory.
I hate talking bad about people, but there's a lot of people that took COVID and did nothing with their lives.
Yeah.
That literally just sat at home and just binge watched TV and just ate and did nothing.
Yeah.
And then there's other people like yourself and it was a lot of our other guests actually that took that time to either start a new passion, start a new career, start bettering themselves, getting in shape. Like I saw a big shout out to Arthur from Mr. Wolf.
Shout out Arthur, man.
100 pounds.
Damn.
Since the start of COVID.
I honestly didn't recognize.
100 pounds.
That's crazy.
People listen to that. 100 freaking pounds.
That's wild.
He started off at 330. I don't know if
think about that. It's
I don't know
been
if he
like
wants
8
me to say his weight, but
No,
he
whatever.
started just over the 3s, and now he's a little bit over the 2s, but 100 freaking pounds. And I asked him how. He goes, I had to make a change in my life, and like after we saw him at Mr. Those
Almost didn't recognize him.
I know he's been losing weight because I follow along on Instagram, and he said that he was losing all his weight, and I would text him all the time, like, yo, what are you down? How much you down? But that was the first time I saw him, and then I texted him the next day. I was like, yo, man, honestly, I'm so happy to see how much weight you lost. You look phenomenal. You've literally changed your life. Yeah. So there's people that, again, do stuff like that, and there's people that sit at home, but I love the fact that you took arguably the worst thing that will ever happen in our lives, one of the worst things that will ever happen in our lives, COVID, and made yourself better and did something that's going to help people, help yourself. Whether that you sell 10 million of these or you sell 10,000 or 2,000, 5,000, I don't know what your goals are and how many you want to sell, but you're changing people's lives. You bettered yourself. You started a new business, man. I love it. I love it. I'm in a good
crazy.
mood.
I
You fed me. I'm in a good mood all the time. I was in a good mood in the beginning. I love it.
Yes, I have my own board game. It's pretty cool.
Man, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But
So I was gonna ask, what's okay? So you have your own board game now. Actually, before we get that question, I want to ask, what is your favorite part of the game or favorite exercise in the game? What's your least favorite?
I like the one to plank with it because of the sand timer.
You like the 1 minute?
He likes the sand timer.
Sand timer?
Yeah, you can't have a board game without a sand timer.
you know what? I agree with that.
That should be the fucking tagline.
Do you remember what was the Jumanji game? You ever play the Jumanji board game?
What game? Oh,
Jumanji, man. That was my favorite part of the
the
Jumanji
movie. I never played.
I
the
watched
game.
the movie. I didn't know it was
Yeah,
actual
yeah,
game.
I
I know it's a game in the movie, but
What if you play it and you end up in Jumanji? You're not scared of that?
Heck yeah, that's my life, man.
Nah.
Me and Robin Williams.
What year is it? Legendary. What's your least favorite?
Least favorite would probably be, I would say burpees. 20 burpees.
Yeah.
That's pretty much everyone's least favorite, I would say.
Sucks.
Yeah. Because originally I wasn't going to put the 20 burpees, but then my boss told me you have to put the 20 burpees because like
That's how.
You gotta make it
Yeah.
tough. It
You
can't
gotta
be
make it-
too easy.
Yeah.
It can't be too fun. It's got to be a little bit
Yeah.
like.
And what's the most common feedback like when you were testing it? Was it like did people provide feedback into like where you should like put each workout? Was it like
yeah,
add
that's a
this,
good
take
one,
this
actually.
out? Like
That
what was
was
the most common feedback?
That was 2019 version. So before the 2019 version, it was just like 10s, 20s across the board, 30, 40. But then they told me to mix it up. So it's like 10, 20, 30, 40 just to...
So it wasn't just getting harder; it was randomized.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one now is more randomized.
Well, you know, with the burpees, because you know when you play other board games, there's always those one spots or two spots. You're like, please don't hit that spot. Please don't hit that spot. Yeah.
And you know what the crazy thing?
Here it's like, please don't hit those burpees. Please don't hit those
Yeah.
burpees. Yeah. Give me the 10 plank press.
Like, the crazy thing, just because you're thinking that, when you roll it, you're gonna be landing on the burpees all the time. I swear to God, I've been playtesting
Manifesting
this game.
it, man.
Yeah,
Manifesting it.
exactly. I've been playtesting this game like for over 2 years, and
Everybody lands on the burpees.
when people don't want to land on something, that's what they land on. Like, oh, I don't want to land on plank. They're landing on planks. I don't want to land on burpees. They're landing on burpees. They just
100%.
basically manifesting it.
Happens
When you roll the
always,
dice, it's something in the energy.
But
you
dice
know?
never lie, ball never lies.
Yeah.
They know. It's not what you don't want. It's like
They
this guy.
know,
They're like
they
they see me
know,
rolling the
they
dice.
know.
They're like George doesn't want burpees. He shouldn't have eaten all that candy tonight.
Get on with it.
Literally, it's crazy.
Eric, I was going to ask more about the Kickstarter now.
Yeah. What's the next? Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I
so
wanna get to.
Kickstarter's the next big thing. It's going to be
Yeah.
releasing October 20th. So
Yeah.
if you haven't signed up for his email list, do so. We'll do the plug at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Kickstarter, what's the goal? Actually, no. Tell us about the Kickstarter process because we've never
Yeah.
had a person who's done a Kickstarter campaign on this podcast.
No.
No, we haven't.
literally,
That I
like,
know of.
I don't even know one. I don't even know a person
I
who's
didn't
done
know
a
much about Kickstarter.
So tell us
until,
about it.
Literally, I learned everything during COVID.
yeah.
I just learned a lot of research, a lot of like podcasts I was listening to, like
Pals?
pals, crowdfunding podcasts. Just to
More
learn-
pals.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you
lots
just literally just Googled podcasts and that's it.
Yeah, podcasts. There's lots of groups like Kickstarter best practice groups on Facebook. So a lot of groups on Facebook,
Wow,
and I just
interesting.
kept learning. Yeah, because I
Fun
didn't
fact,
want to.
I'm in a lot of podcast groups on Facebook.
Yeah,
big podcast group guy.
yeah, you have.
You're a loser.
I think I like secretly like I think I'm like an admin on one of them now.
Yeah, you have.
Honestly,
I think I am.
Facebook groups are.
I think I am.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
See, it is a thing, man.
It's literally
when
a
he
thing.
told me the days, one day he comes up with, he says to me, I'll never forget. I don't remember what day it was, but I'll never forget this. He's like, we're talking about something with the podcast. He's like, oh yeah, I'll talk to my support group. I was like, are you okay? Like, you don't talk to me or something? He's like, no, I'm in a podcast support group. I was like, yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing. He's like, no, we support each other. He's like, I even started one on my own, and I remember I started
Literally,
dying.
that's what-
But I got to give Rick credit, man. Rick's killing the pals.
I got
Yeah, yeah.
I got a couple
But-
Instagram support groups. You know, hey guys, new episode with Eric from BoardGains.
Exactly.
Hit us with it, and then you go, oh yeah, I got you, no problem.
That's literally what you have to do. That's
I agree, it
literally,
is.
like,
Okay, so you listen to these
Lots of
podcasts, research.
Kickstarter research.
Is there a time limit that you have to wait, or is it you want to gain the traction beforehand before you release, or is it
gain the
from when you
traction.
apply, then it's like a month wait, or is it can you
No.
apply and release the next day if you,
You
want?
can, yeah, you can literally do that. But
Okay.
most research, all the research was like, have your crowd ready. So like, build your email list. Don't go to a crowdfunding and Kickstarter, Indiegogo, and just have a great product, but don't have a following, and just expect it to just blow up just because it's a good game or it's cool. You have to have your crowd beforehand, people
Yeah.
ready to buy it. So that's why I've been doing lots of Facebook ads, building my email list. I think right now I'm almost at 2,000.
Wow, that's legit. When did you
Yeah.
start?
Probably like 2 months ago or a month and a
Wow.
half ago, something like that. Something
That's
like
crazy.
That.
2K.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
Do you get everyone at the gym? Everyone comes to the door. Hey,
No, that one, no. This is all like external. So
Wow.
no one at the gym yet.
Fuck,
That's
legit.
The gym is my back pocket because I already have that email list. You know, so that's the back
so
pocket.
sneaking at the end the day before.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, just
USB stick,
Yeah.
board games.
Sorry, man. What's your boss's name again?
Marwan.
Marwan and Adam.
Marwan and Adam. Hey, you know he's got that USB
Hey,
stick.
Marwan, we're going to copy that email list for the Pals podcast.
But Marwan's on a yacht right now in Egypt, man. He doesn't care. He's good with it.
Marwan's just eating tahini, listening to us talking about board games, living large.
Yeah, so yeah, you have to have your crowd beforehand. So I'm just building my email list. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Build your email list. they say email list is gold. That's what they always say. It's like,
Yeah.
you don't need to have a big Instagram or Facebook, but if your email list is big, that's the main thing, because that's where you get your sales, because you can email them, you can send them. Yeah.
So what's the goal with the GoFundMe?
Kickstarter. It's
Kickstarter.
Literally, it's they say always start with the smallest goal. So I'm gonna do 500 or 10K, basically 10K, roughly 10K, and you have to sell at 10K in the first 2 days. You sell in the first 2 days, it kickstarts the algorithm on Kickstarter to make it showcase it more on Kickstarter, and just have more funds coming in and more people seeing it.
10,000 in 2 days.
Yeah, that's why you gotta build your email list.
Wow.
So
is that like an average target? Is that just you need that? Okay, so like why that number? Why 10,000?
10,000
is that arbitrary? Is it like
that's basically like the for basically 500, like the minimum quantity for a board game is 500 in China.
Okay.
So minimum quantity, and a board game costs roughly like $12. So $12 times 500 is roughly like 10K or something like that.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. Somewhere.
So sorry, you're selling these for $12?
No, $50.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like,
US.
what the hell? It's way too cheap.
Yeah, no, $50.
Yeah, $50. That's
It's 50,
that's standard for
50, it's 50
standard for a
plus
board game.
taxes and shipping.
okay?
But still, like that's basically your personal trainer.
Yeah, that's 1 month of class. That's 1 month of a membership at the gym. And
That's
you
a
have this
good logic to
forever.
look at. Like that's a good way.
Yeah.
The good way to frame it. Yeah.
Think about like you're a family of 4 or something. You got 2 kids who are in their teens, mom and dad. This is something you can all do together, even once or twice a week.
Exactly.
Just to get the kids involved, or if the kids
And
are even younger, it's
The
easier.
best thing about this game is every time you play the game is a different workout,
Yeah.
because you're going to be landing on different exercises.
And it's a full body workout.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. So you're always landing on different exercises. So the game is never the same.
But
Unless you land on the same exercises every
but you're always
same.
getting burpees.
But you're
Sometimes
I like
you might not land on burpees sometimes, some rounds.
If we talking earlier about manifestation, and I was rolling this game, I would hit burpees 10 times out of 10.
Yeah.
And then maybe you'd be jacked.
I probably would. Nah.
You'd be shredded,
That
you'd be
candy machine
shredded.
over there, guys. When this podcast is done, I'm gonna get into that candy machine.
George doesn't open from the bottom. He opens from the top.
Yeah, a handful.
I gotta turn the camera around so they can see the
We'll
candy
give
machine.
him a sneak peek of the candy machine.
That's it.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
Lost that, eh?
Yeah.
I'm over here
Lost
still
it
with the
out.
sand.
Yeah, you're
timer.
loving that sand timer,
I
eh?
am.
Cool, right?
I love it, I love it.
Like the
Every game has to have a.
sand timer. Every
Boom.
board game.
Or a dice.
Yeah, there's dice too.
This guy's got everything. He's got
Yeah,
everything.
because
Eric
like
came with all of it, man.
the version I had before this, the summer 2019 version, I didn't have the sand timers, so it was just like I would have to time it myself. So I was
can't
like,
do
okay.
that.
Then I started like, okay, the sand timers,
Can't
that's
do that.
perfect for a plank.
Yeah, that's true. You gotta give all the tools too. You gotta make it easy, right? If you leave it, I think if you leave things out, I guess in a board game you can't leave things out because you need them to have all the tools there. 'Cause
Exactly.
Again,
So
like
literally, it's a boot camp in a box. That's literally what it is.
it's a good
Is
way
that
to put
is that
it.
how you is that
Wow,
the
why don't you
promo?
put that as a slogan? Boot camp in a
That's
box.
gonna be like
camp
That's
in
a
a box.
great
That's
thing.
like Facebook ad thing.
If I saw BoardGains and I saw boot camp in a box, I'd be like, oh, this is sick.
Yeah.
I mean, BoardGains alone, I think the name, honestly, shout at that kid because I think that's actually very clever. Like obviously it works.
Yeah.
Boot camp in a box is a pretty sick tagline to be
Yeah.
honest.
What's the high end goal? Like if you hit this, you'd be like, holy crap.
Probably like 20,000 units sold, so like
20,000
million
units?
cash in.
I like that.
Yeah.
But then, so then to get that though, is the intention for you to like raise it on Kickstarter, order them in, and then sell them online, put them in stores? Like, how can people get their hands on it then? Or is it whoever orders on Kickstarter?
Kickstarter is basically like a pre-sale. It's like a brick pre-sale.
Yeah.
You pre-sale it. You collect all the funds. Then you start paying for like the manufacturer costs and all the shipping and the fulfillment. So you get it shipped to the fulfillment center, and the fulfillment center ships it to all the backers who purchase the game. Mm-hmm. And then from that, you're gonna have like extra funds, and that's when you sell it online on Amazon and whatever.
Because you can afford to order some of your own
extras.
your own
Yeah.
stock. Yeah.
And is that your intention? Are you going to be strictly online to start? Or are you going to are you looking to target like
That's what I was gonna say. Walmart.
big box?
When the game starts blowing up more and more and more, those distributors, they come to you.
Okay.
So you can go to distributors too. But right now it's just the Kickstarter, and then hopefully distributors come knock in and like, yo, I want to get like 500 units of this game.
Yeah.
So stuff like that.
Yeah, because you see like Canadian Tire, Walmart, Target.
Yeah, Sports
Yeah,
Check, all those
Sports
places.
Check.
There's the game around here.
Sports Check.
Yeah.
I could see a nice little
You
stand.
sold in Popeyes.
Yeah, a nice little stand. Popeyes, Hercs.
Yeah, Popeyes and Hercs. But
I don't know, man. I think,
It's a-
man,
The thing
that's
about
just
the
my
game
business.
is like
I feel like you
It's
should just be hitting
multi-appeal.
them up.
Yeah.
Man, this is awesome.
Yeah.
No, I hit them up. Just to
Hit
play
them up
with them.
again.
But
And again.
Yeah, no. After
Rig
once I have-
is the king of persistence.
Oh,
yeah, no, you
fuck
have to
yeah.
be. You literally have
Yeah,
to be. You just the most thing. I read this book is just called Just Ask, and it literally all you gotta do is ask.
Rig, what do we always say?
If you don't ask, the answer's always no.
Exactly.
That's the
Boom.
one you were looking for, right?
Yeah, 100%. Nailed
So
it, pal.
fun fact, how we got Donovan Bailey. So we had Donovan Bailey on the podcast. For
Okay.
those who don't know, even actually,
Whoa, we're
Penny,
gonna share our secrets.
well, so Penny Alexiak was super nice, and I still love you, Penny.
Penny, shout out
Shout out
Penny. You're the
So
best.
Penny gets a shout out every single episode because I love her.
Didn't someone tell us that she brought? Hey, someone said she brought. Anyway, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, so
She's
yeah,
dope.
our friend Lisa Dama trains her, but yeah, well, Lisa's coming on the podcast too. She's a personal trainer. So
Okay.
I'll put you in touch with our with
Yeah.
with our
We
people.
got a network. We got a network
We,
here.
we do have a network of personal trainers now. This is
Actually,
awesome.
yeah. Like So
We'll put you in
you
touch.
tell your story first. I have a question.
So
after.
with Donovan Bailey, that's how we got him. I literally would
Okay, yeah.
DM him.
Networking.
I DM'd him like my generic message, and he didn't respond. So I liked it, and then he didn't respond. So I followed up to it. He didn't respond. So
That's how it
I
happens.
erased the follow up, resent the follow up. I probably did that for about 4 months, 5 months probably, like every other week. Message, send, follow up, delete, follow up, delete, follow up, and eventually we got Donovan freaking Bailey.
Guys,
Yeah.
that's how you do it. Literally.
Persistence,
Literally.
man.
buddy,
have
it's
you do it.
Perseverance.
Oh, that was
You screwed up, man. Shucks,
No.
George.
But honestly, like it's very true. Like in this thing, when you're creating a new product, when you're doing something new, when you're trying to get off the ground, whether it's
In any
a podcast,
business, yeah.
a board game, if you're selling like knickknacks, whatever you're trying to grow a billion-dollar company, like anything you do, you got it. Like it's got to be knocking on doors, getting as many eyeballs on it, like you said, email lists, all that stuff. But it's also, I find that. No, you're not fine, but people, you can't get discouraged. Like the biggest thing that will stop you is being discouraged. There's that picture you always see, whether it's online, and I think Rick, you brought this up one time. It's like there's two people, right? There's two guys digging, like a little miners
Oh,
digging.
yeah. I've seen
And
that,
the
yeah, all
one
over
guy
Instagram.
stops and turns
Turns back.
around, and it's like this
this
close to the
close.
diamond, and the other guy hits the diamond, and it's like an inch, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you never know. And I know we're like kind of preaching. I'm sure you know this, but like the point is, you never know when that yes is gonna come. And like the one thing people should look at, and not just for you, for anybody when you're
yeah.
doing anything entrepreneurial, anything that's kind of intimidating, daunting, but it's something you're passionate about, is you got to look at it like no's are not the doors closed, because it's a numbers game and a statistics game. Every no you get gets you closer to that yes. So every no should be like honestly, every sales call you make, everyone you knock on, that no should be like sick. One less no I got to go for, and you might have one no ahead, 1,000, 10,000, but the thing is, eventually there's that yes. When
Trust
that
me.
yes hits. That's the big one. That's
Heck
my life lesson
yeah.
for the day, guys.
It's true. It's true. Like, you should see
But-
my Instagram DMs. It's like Bear just messaging.
Buddy, if you see the pals Instagram DMs, man, those are like everybody's in those DMs. Like Mike Weir, man, finally respond to my DM, man. Damn, I literally comment on the guy's pictures too.
But
But
you
back-
have to.
back
You're like,
up-
hey, check my DM.
Yeah,
yeah.
I got no
Like-
shame.
like-
I don't
like-
care.
like
I'll do it
check
from
your
like
DM.
my personal account too, my travel account, or
That's
my
literally
my
what you
pal
have to do.
account.
100%. But honestly, man, like, I really think to Ricky's point, like I honestly think like doing the Kickstarter is great, and we honestly like we'll support it. We're gonna share it, like all
Yeah.
that stuff, and hopefully like it does kick off the way like you wanted to and needed to. But like the other thing too is that like I feel like if you like knock on doors, like this
Yeah,
is not just
yeah.
like there's a toy store like not far from me, like a board game store, the one by Sherway there. Like billiards, whatever they're like. Most board games would go there or Walmart
Yeah.
or like Target, whatever. But like
You can be
this
in
is
so
cool
many.
because like
Exactly.
what board
Like-
game could you put in a health food store? Like you could put this at Whole Foods. Like what could
Literally,
you
Noah's.
put this anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, the
Literally
thing
anywhere.
is, too, it's like I can picture this because the colors are so friendly. Like the box is inviting. You put a nice little stand and you sell them near the entrance or exit. People walk in like, oh,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
sick, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I think it's awesome.
I wanted to ask, do you think your background in kin and in sport event marketing
That's
helped
literally-
you
yeah.
create this to this degree?
100%. Hundo.
Yeah.
That's literally, this is my baby.
Yeah.
It's all from me. Like literally,
I
like
love it.
everything I learned in university and schooling, all my experiences, all my experiences, my 20s, resulted in this.
yeah.
Everything, except for the food. But the food, the food is for like meeting the people to give them food, get them nice, and then like.
Oh,
yeah.
you do this for everybody? I thought it was just for us.
No, you guys are the start. I'm trying to get to like.
Well, listen, it's also good to have a little side. Like, I mean, even though you
He's
like,
a smooth talker. That's how he got that job 7 years ago without any experience.
Yeah.
you know,
He
get
sold
Jimmy
Marwan
Fallon
made
and
in the
stuff. We're, like
food.
doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's good, man. Like, it's good that you're doing this too, and like to Ricky's point, like you said like this is your baby, and like that's the one thing too is like even the fact that you like taking a chance and doing something is the scary thing. Stepping into that unknown is step number one.
Yeah.
Once you do that, and I'm sure you can speak to this more too, but like even for us starting this podcast, that first one is like it's so fucking scary. You're like,
Yeah.
we're gonna, like, are people gonna listen, whatever. But you're like, once we did it, it's like, oh, that's it.
Exactly.
It's so easy. And then once it just starts going, it just snowballs. And like the fact that you even took that first step and like got it made from China. You said it was expensive. Like even just taking that risk and doing it. And now a year and a bit later, like you actually have a product here that
Finished.
Like,
It's almost
like
basically
it's
finished.
honestly very impressive. Like
Thank you.
Eric, good for
This-
you, man. This is dope.
Do you know what? One thing you said too? It's like when we started the podcast, our first episode still gets downloads like every day.
Yeah.
I don't know who's listening
We
to that.
still get 1 or 2 downloads every single
good.
day from our very first episode. Because I'm like, how? Like when we launched, we had a couple hundred downloads on that first episode. We were super happy with it, right? But now we're way past that. But I'm like, how is our first episode still in like the top 5? I'm like, how is this even possible? Just for those listening, just for the actual podcast, because we didn't have the video back then.
Yeah.
But now we do. YouTube killing it. But yeah, I was just like, how do we still get downloads? But I guess people just see it. They want to know the start. They want to know the start of the story.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we got to talk about your start too, because this is awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. This is
So let me ask, just like, as we kind of like near it here, there's a couple things. So because again, we know people in this industry too. Like, I mean, we're happy to make some connections too, because I'm sure, like, look, getting even just feedback or putting it in their hands, like, is it how many? Do you have a bunch of copies? Have you been giving them out, or is it just like you're in the prototypes? Like, what stage are you at now, and like what's the next step?
I have like 3 prototypes. So the next step, I have like 3 prototypes, and the next after the Kickstarter. So after the Kickstarter, I'll have a whole bunch more, and then that's when I'm like, I send it out to influencers and stuff to like,
Yeah.
That's the next step.
Okay.
There's
Those like big group training people.
Yeah,
exactly. We've got a couple of even our past guests. Like, think about how many personal trainers we've had on this podcast now. A lot. So we can definitely, we'll definitely put you in touch with some.
100%.
Yeah, that's the next step. Once I have like the Kickstarter and I have like extra copies that are costing me like whatever
A lot
costs.
less to-
a
yeah,
lot
of
less.
course.
Yeah, a lot less. Then I can. That's the next step for like for the January.
Yeah.
When
okay.
you order this, does it come the full package complete? Like when you do like this, or did you have to get one person made the board game, one person did the cards?
No, it comes
full
complete like
package
this.
complete.
Yeah,
Wow, that's awesome.
yeah,
Sick.
full complete package.
It's really cool. And then so the plan now is like the Kickstarter October, and then you order them October. Like when would they like arrive?
When
When
it
is it, like-
arrive, they always say in Kickstarter, overestimate your timeline,
Okay.
because if you deliver sooner, the better. But if you
under promise, over deliver.
exactly,
Yeah, you have to.
So I set it for next year July.
So they Kickstarter now October, and then they wait.
Yeah, so
8
October.
months.
So I just did the timeline last night. So Kickstarter October ends November. So from November to December, that's when I send like all the files to China.
Yeah.
Like the final files. So they send it back pre-production. So like once I have a copy, they send me a copy, and I'm okay. This is perfect. Let's go make 500 copies or whatever, 1,000 copies, 1,000,000 copies, and it takes about like 2 to 3 months to mass produce, and then so that takes 3 months. So that we're looking at May, so January we're looking at
March.
January, March,
April.
March, April, and then now you have a whole bunch of board games in China. You have to get that shipped to your fulfillment center. So I have a fulfillment center, probably going to work with in the U.S. They're based in Toronto, but they're the owner of the place he's based in Toronto, but the fulfillment center's in U.S. So they all get shipped to the U.S. and then from the U.S. they get shipped to all over the place wherever people buy it. So that will take roughly a month from shipping from China to the U.S. and then another probably like another month. I'd overestimate it to get shipped to all the backers.
You know what's so funny, and I can't believe I never realized I didn't put the connection until right now when you said fulfillment center. So my brother made these little ring holders. It's like kind of a side project for him that he did for fun. And he did the same thing. He didn't do a Kickstarter or GoFundMe or anything, but he built an online Amazon store.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's something you're looking into, but he did that. Yeah, so then he ended up purchasing, I think, like 1,000 of these little rings because that's how he got the price when he needed. Did all the math and he watched so many YouTube videos and like little tutorials about it. Yeah, he figured out. So now he's got this business that essentially, because the first, I think 1,000 you don't make much on for these little products that he was doing because he's spending a lot on marketing. But then once you hit that peak, he's got such good reviews on Amazon now that orders just keep coming in. So his next batch of 1,000, if he wants to do, it's just he'll just kill it now because he's already got good reviews. He can do different colorways.
Yeah.
With the same reviews he gets, it's
Exactly,
a swipe,
yeah.
pick your color, right? So that's and he has them shipped to a fulfillment center in I don't know, but
Yeah.
same
Literally.
thing from China fulfillment center. Then they
Exactly,
take
yeah.
care of everything. You don't even have them,
Yeah, there's
You
people that like they try to fulfill it themselves, but that's too much work.
and it's
They'll
too much
get-
money too.
Yeah, they get like shipped from China to your house, and then from your house you have to go to the postal office.
Man,
and ship it.
when we bought all of our shirts, our Pals podcast shirts, and we're gonna get you one, we ordered 100 of them, and we sold a bunch, and we gave a bunch out just to like
Yeah.
friends and family. But we shipped some.
Who was
out.
the first one to buy one? What did we shout out? It was somebody. It wasn't a friend of ours. Somebody went home. Anyways, I think somebody went and bought one online.
Adonis bought one,
I think, yeah.
and I just gave it to him like 2 months ago.
Shout out Adonis. Why do we? He's coming out too. We're gonna give him. We'll get another. We got you, Adonis.
Yeah, so we shipped them out. We have a bunch of friends in the States that we
Yeah.
shipped them out to. And like I was saying, I'm like, first off, it costs like $15 to ship to the States,
Exactly,
which is
yeah.
insane.
It's
It's
the
just
same price they did
for
the
a shirt. The shirt was like 16, $18, whatever. And I'm like, plus my time to package it, go to the actual
Exactly.
post office,
Yeah.
wait in that like 30-minute line, maybe not 30 minutes, like 15-minute line. And this is like during COVID too, so everyone's like, everyone's mask on, like freaking out. And
Yeah.
I'm like, hey,
No, this is early. March.
April
March,
was when we got the shirts, I think.
True.
Because we ordered them right before COVID. True. And they got delayed because of COVID.
We got to get the new merch.
Yo, shout out. New merch dropping soon. Actually, you know what? That's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to figure out our merch tonight.
Yeah, 100%. Fire merch coming.
Fire. We don't know what it's going to look like yet.
Okay.
But it's coming.
Coming soon, guys.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Eric, this is normally the point of
Yeah.
This is normally the part of the podcast that we start to wrap things up. But we just want to say this was absolutely amazing.
Thank
Yeah.
you guys.
First off, I knew it was going to be great once you came with the food. And then
Yeah,
secondly,
Set the
yeah,
bar.
but then even
like,
getting
real nice
into the
spot.
board game too, it didn't realize one how much thought and effort and energy you put into making this perfect because it
Yeah.
literally is perfect, down to the packaging, the design on the box. So big congratulations to you because this is awesome. We hope and we will be following along on the Kickstarter campaign. So
Perfect,
we hope
yeah.
you reach your goals and this is everything that you want it to be. And again, congratulations for completing this, especially during arguably the worst time of our lives.
Yeah,
So-
you say you gotta take it as a blessing. You had time.
Yeah.
The gym was closed. I had time to finish it. Finished it.
Yeah. Well, it's awesome, man. And the one thing that we really like to talk to, I mean, besides like, being young, like young active adults, like I mean, the fitness stuff is always fun to talk about. It's always good to see different people's perspectives and how they came into the health space and all that stuff. Typically we find talking to those people, they're very high energy too. So it's a lot of fun. It's a good conversation. Yeah. But also we like talking to entrepreneurs and people who kind of aren't scared to step into the unknown, try new things, take chances. Like, again, taking that first step's the hardest part because you can fall on your face. It can be a failure, but the point is whether it is or it isn't, you learn something and you keep moving forward. And like, honestly, the fact that you started this a couple of years ago and now it's to the point where the last few months you got your prototypes and now you're at the point of starting a Kickstarter, like good for you. Congrats. And like to echo Ricky's point, we wish the best and however we can do to help and support, you let us know. I mean,
Awesome, man.
The pals are happy to help. I will not do it though, 'cause I don't want to do burpees. But I'm kidding. We'll get
we'll
an
definitely do it.
event going too or something. We'll do something where we get like some
a bunch of our
get a
boys
game.
and
Yeah,
we'll
something like
get
that.
it going.
Yeah, we can do that. We
Yeah,
can do
but
that.
Eric, we've got 2 questions we always ask every guest of ours.
Okay.
I don't know if you know them yet.
No.
Okay.
You actually you don't know, or you messing with us?
No, he doesn't know.
No.
He knows. He knows for sure.
So Eric,
100% he knows.
No.
no, he doesn't. I don't
don't.
think he does. So Eric, if there was a movie about your life and BoardGains and your story, who would you want to star as you? Told you didn't know.
Wow. No one listens to the end of our episodes?
Seriously, we gotta put like, maybe we ask. No, we can't ask.
We
them
should
at
just
the end.
start doing. We should start doing every episode. Just do a giveaway at the last question, and then see who messaged us first. Actually, see if any of our friends listen to the episode.
All right, whoever listens to the end of this episode, hit us up. You get a free shirt.
You listen to this episode wherever
Actually, Moretti, listen. Remember when we did it last time?
Yeah. No. First person to message while you're thinking of your question. Answer.
Well,
The
all right,
first
I think-
person to DM the Pals account at the release of this episode, I will personally drive a shirt to you that same day, as long as it's not on a weekend.
Wow.
And as long as you live in a GTA.
Wow, that's a very nice offer, Georgie.
You message the Pals account or my account, and you're the first one. One person will get it, and that's how we'll know you're. That's how we'll know
You're so
a pal.
cheap. Make it like 3.
3 shirts.
Yeah.
We'll give you one of whatever.
You can do 3 people. The first 3.
Okay, first three.
Good.
Now back to our question.
Eric.
This is hard, man.
I think we,
had
gave you
all that
I think
time,
we
you
also
could've
gave you
given
the
one?
longest time to think about that of any
Okay,
guest
I would
ever.
just go with
Any actor or actress from any point in time.
Any point in time? Okay.
Maybe you relate more to.
I know. I was gonna say no one's ever asked that, but I
would.
would for sure pick a female.
I could do some female.
If you
I'll
want.
just go,
Do anybody you want. Who would play you in a movie?
who would play me?
If they made a Board Games movie.
I would say. Let's go with Leonardo Dicaprio.
Yeah.
It's a classic one.
Classic
we
one.
get it
Easy
along.
one. Yeah.
We gotta start saying no Leo for
He,
now.
he,
Yeah.
he can act anything.
Yeah,
so-
he can. He's fucking. It's freaking
Leo's,
Leo.
but we'll say Leo's the most common answer we get.
Leo
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, we got a couple Pacino, a couple De Niro,
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
I was
was
just
a
doing
good
like
one.
this.
Okay, Georgie.
And my last one. If you could give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Just ask. Just go out and ask. You're not gonna lose anything if you don't ask. So if I wish I could go back and just do a lot more just by just asking, it'd be a lot changed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
It's
it.
great advice. And
Yeah.
I honestly, I love that advice.
Eric, if people want to find out more about you, BoardGains, where can they go?
Go to my website www.boardgains.com and sign up for the email list. Or if you want to check out my Instagram and DM me if you want a private class for you and your friends, just hit me up at boardgains.fit
On Instagram.
on Instagram, Facebook. Yeah.
Also, that's really cool. You have boardgains.com.
Yeah.
Like getting
Why
that.
didn't you get the Instagram? Someone had it.
Yeah, someone had it.
It's like is it a legit account or is it like
It's a board gamer that likes board games and likes to work out. I DM'd him to yo, can I have this? And he's like, nah.
At least he responded.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
At least he
And
responded.
then and on Facebook,
He's a board gamer who likes games.
yeah.
Fuck, it makes sense. I
And on
guess.
Facebook,
It's funny.
on Facebook,
Imagine being a
I shoulda
jack
got
board
it.
gamer. like imagine some like bodybuilder dude who just sits at home on weekends and plays like
Monopoly.
Monopoly and Scrabble and stuff. I mean, they probably
Yeah.
do, not to just stereotype. But like, anyways, sorry.
Yeah, and then on Facebook, there's a next company that had the board games, and it's just like some next I think it's like a scammer product. It's like a fit board. I don't even know what it is. It's like pegs and stuff on the board, and you can do different push-ups on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of know what those are. Yeah, it's the different things.
You see
Yeah.
them, those like push-up,
Yeah.
perfect push-up people or whatever.
Yeah,
they're called.
something like that. And
F
then,
them, they get no plug.
Yeah.
Honestly, Eric, fantastic conversation. Best
you,
of
guys.
luck with whatever the future has for Board Gains. And yeah, any way we can help, let us know. Guys,
I really enjoyed this, by the way. Like, I need
this is
to
the
get
most
fed.
comfortable I've been in a podcast.
Same.
I'm like my back
I've been
doesn't hurt.
smiling this whole time. man. I got fed.
Good vibes. I'm ready.
And I
Like,
was
I'm,
starving too.
yeah.
Like, I was
honestly,
starving.
all I was thinking about was I could still eat another one of those the whole thing. But
He came in with that. He's like,
Yeah.
"That's for you," and I was like, "Holy crap!" That's
and yeah,
for you.
if you ever start really like mass producing or like really growing that as well, meal prep, let us know.
Yeah, that's
I
the
mean,
next step. That's the next step.
You know, if you want a customer who's gonna eat a lot,
Yeah, after the board game, the next step. is
George
meal
orders
prep.
for 2 people, just him.
you know when they deliver like you order Uber Eats and they deliver like you order like a family pack and they give you like 12 utensils, but it's really just one person.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I had that happen a couple times.
Hey, on that note, thanks for listening. If you made it to the end again, don't forget to DM the pals or George a couple free shirts for the first few people that hit us up, and George
First
will
3.
personally deliver it.
And I might autograph it. Jokes.
wow, that's big.
Okay.
That's
I want to
big.
autograph it. That is so. I'm not gonna autograph a
Okay.
T-shirt. That's,
All right. Signing off, pals.
Guys,
Peace,
thank you.
guys.
Peace.